for a first down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll run the toss. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
As a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble. But, man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. So they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll go right back to the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The run from the shotgun. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Looking to throw, it's Bridges. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Running back searching for a hole. He breaks a tackle. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 3, Penn State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down. A strike downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, Tigers! What a catch and run for 6. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, the first meeting between Iowa and Iowa State happened back in 1894, but they've only awarded the actual Cy-Hawk trophy since 1977. Here's how today's game went down. Iowa State notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Ames is worth its weight in gold to the Cyclones. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Keeps the play going. This time, it's complete. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Bridges. He looks that one in nicely.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On third down, going up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They keep attacking through the air. Safe completion on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, first down screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
On second down, wants to throw. On target over the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Dropping back, it's Bridges. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. He got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to let it go. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting, and if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking for a man. It's Bridges. Completes it in the middle. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Makes his connection. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Firing toward the end zone. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He'll try to get it through the air. Fires left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll do it himself. Oh, they knock it free. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Penn State! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Man, you just go over the offense like, bro, we don't need you to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. Fair catch, called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now, they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Herrera. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Quick strike complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. To get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. 14 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll take over 1st and 10. Time for at least 2 plays. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They'll immediately call timeout. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
20, Penn State, 14.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets it out fast. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that 1st.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. The Tigers will keep this drive going.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his man. It's Herrera. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Power football with the run. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Quarterback checking off. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to...
They fake it. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes a grab. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Well, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on a field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or two back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Tackle is made after the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Bridges. Got it set up on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Penn State.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Coming after it. Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Yeah, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Bridges. Right on target this time. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
2nd and 10 here. Back to the air one more time. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Forced out of the pocket. He finds his man. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Flips it out in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
LSU 35, Penn State 14.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Right down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Running toward the tape. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Bridges. Fires to the middle. He's open on the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll throw it on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score.
21.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick it away.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Tigers pick up the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go!
They want that clock to run. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Third down coming up.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Trying to get to it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
That's a really nice play on 2nd down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Hey, give the defense a lot of credit on that one. 3rd and about 5. Offense going RPO, so they're really putting you in a bind, but everybody doing a nice job reading their keys, and they're able to stop the back short of the 1st down marker. Big decision coming up here for the offense.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Unloads to the wideout. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Bridges. fires to the middle. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back.